Hello everybody, I'm Winterpaw UK. Welcome to a recording for everybody that's starting to play Warframe. Now this is a basic Warframe start video, so I'm not going to go too much into detail over everything, but I am giving you the basic information that you will need to help you get started. First thing, we'll start off on your star chart. Now you'll begin on a singular planet, and when you're on here you'll see all these little points, these icons, and basically they'll be flashing blue. As soon as you have done those for the minimum amount of time required, and you'll probably see a timer on there, or it'll let you know when your exit's available, depending on the mission type, of course. Once you've done that, that location is open, and you need to do this for every single planet. However, there is two exceptions. First one is the dojo, and the second is the derelict. The Kuva Fortress is it's a fortress that's moving about, so you don't have to really worry about that too much. Okay, first thing, we will start off with the derelict. Okay, now for you to do these, you actually need the assassinate key. So what you need to do is, I'm going to actually leave the relay for a moment. You need to go to the market. Now, two things about the market. When there is a seasonal event like Christmas, Easter, Halloween, and whatever the case may be, Teflon size, shut up. Okay, as I was saying, basically whenever there's an event going, Christmas, Halloween, whatever, if you go into the market, there is usually something available for free being given away, and you can normally buy them for like 1 credit. Okay, now let's see. So I'm just checking see if it's out for Christmas. No, I'm bad at it. Anyway, okay. So first thing what you need are the cipher keys. There we go. My spelling is atrocious, so please forgive me. Okay, you can do a single purchase 500 credits for this singular cipher key, and keep building that until you don't need it anymore. However, my recommendation would be don't bother. Buy this one, Cipher times 10. Now, it costs 250k credits to purchase, but the thing is, when you're actually using the cipher keys, what they're used for is when you're on maps and doors get locked in front of you and so on, you have to hack consoles. However, if you have cipher keys built and have them equipped to your gear slot, they will allow you to press Y on your keyboard, or if you're like me using an Xbox 360 controller, you press Y on that. It will automatically hack the console for you, so you don't need to do it yourself. However, I would recommend, until you purchase this, use that time to practice learning them, because in some game modes you have to actually do the you basically need to learn how to do them, because in things like nightmare missions or sortie missions, which are like the big ones that you can do daily, you need to hack the consoles yourself. You can't automatically hack them, so this wouldn't be of use in those particular situations. So until you can buy this, I recommend actually learning how to hack the consoles, which will make things a lot easier for you. Okay, let's see. Oh, the derelict keys on here. No, we'll try and put in the word key. No. On Arcane. Festive interior decoration. Purchase. There we go. This is the kind of thing I was on about. No, let's type in the word festive. Here we go. Festive items. Some of them, like this one, was 1 credit. Others, you've got to buy for platinum. but that's dependent on you. You'll have to forgive me. I wouldn't actually include this normally in the video, but it's a video that I can't really turn off. I already own these. Ringer's skin. Okay. There you go. Spearmint scythe skin. I'll buy that as well. So if I've got a scythe, I can put that on and it'll look like a big candy cane. There we go. See, just by looking at these, you can pick something up for a credit too. I mean, it takes a bit of time to run through them, of course. But you never know, you might find something that you really like. You have to forgive me because I hate it when notifications pop up from Steam during your videos. Okay, well, I can come back to doing this anyway, so that's not really a big problem. Well, there is a lot of stuff. I mean, usually there is color schemes. But anyway, let's see. There we go, derelict keys, flipping it. Okay, basically, when you're in the market, besides the scythe keys, look at buying the derelict keys. I mean, they don't really cost much, 2,500, but as soon as you have them, start building them. And once you have a single key made, this will open up the map and show you the Orokin derelict. Okay, now, in this, you will then need something called dragon keys, but you have to get these from a dojo. Now, you can join a dojo at any point, however, you can only trade once you've got to master rank level 2, so I recommend doing so. When you join a dojo, you will be needed to make a dojo key, a clan key, which you will find in your foundry once it's built, so make sure you go through the quests. Okay. And you wonder what the reason is why you should join a dojo? Well, let's see. First thing, we'll do the fast travel. We'll go to the energy lab. In the energy lab, you will find these. So you've got squad energy restore level with 10 and singles. My recommendation, buy the 10. Same for the shields, buy the 10. Now, what are these? Well, you drop them down and they give you a shield restoration, and as you can see, for 30 seconds it pulses every 7.5 seconds and gives you 100 points on your shields. Alright, energy, you need this for using your Warframe abilities, so it is a benefit to have these as well, so make sure you get them. You can buy large versions which come from syndicates, but make sure you buy these to get yourself started off. Okay, next one, Chem Lab. On here, you can get the ammo restore. So basically, all your weapons, when you're running out of ammunition, these will be of use. To be honest, I don't use these as often as you would think because of the drops you get from the NPCs. Basically, cover most of your ammo, but it's well worth having them available to you. Alright, next fast travel. And we go to the biolab. Okay, in the biolab, you will find the health plates. These will help you a lot. Same with the shields and the energy. They're the 3 priority. The ammo is not bad, so it's worth having, but these 3 will be your main. I always recommend doing the builds from the 10 sets because if you're using the singles, it costs you a lot more resources and you get less out of it. Okay, so get the mediums, and then when you can, get the large ones from the syndicates, and they will help you out a lot. Okay. Let's see. Fast travel. We'll go to Tenno Lab. There we go. And as you can see here, we have the Kavat Incubator upgrade, Landing Craft Foundry segment, launcher, Archwing launcher segment, as well as Nitro incubator upgrade segment, and also the Gravimag research. Now, these segments, you will need them for your foundry. So as soon as you join a dojo, as long as they've got them, get them made, get them in your foundry, sorted. Okay, the Gravimag allows you to take any Archwing weapon, so any basically big ass gun. Oh, I forgot about this. Replicate. I'm gonna build you. I'm gonna build you. There we go. Hide everything I own. Okay, basically the facts are on this. There is a lot of weapons, Archwings, frames, and what have you to get. This is one of the reasons you need to be in a clan dojo, or in a clan. On top of that, there's the support feature where everyone helps everyone out. Well, that's how it should be, and if it's not, leave that clan and join another one. And the way to do that, you go to your menu, go to communication, go to clan, and go to your name, and then click leave. That's as simple as it is. My clan is recruiting at the moment, so if anyone sees this and you are interested in joining, feel free to pop me a message in-game. We are on the PC at the moment, and there is not a cross-platform, so please bear that in mind. Okay, each one of these labs provides you with weapons, frames, and various other goodies, but those energy, health, and armor restore, or just energy, shields, and health, as well as ammo restores, are requirements. You should get them as soon as you possibly can. Okay, next, the fast travel to the Orokin lab. Now, in regards to earlier on when I was on about the derelict, you need the dragon keys. You will get them here. You purchase them, and once you purchase them, you just make them. Now, as you can see, it says it needs credits, voice trace, and ferrite. Void trace is gained when you are opening relics. So bear me a second. I'm going to leave the dojo.
Tenno, that wreckage will not recover itself. Coordinates marked.
You have to forgive me while I pause me chatting for a second. Okay, so the derelict itself, as you can see over here, has all these different options. So basically what you need to do is build the keys, and as you can see the numbers at the side, these are the amount of keys I've got for each. So I need to build another defense, 2 more Orokin derelict survival, and I need to build some emissary ones. Okay, the facts are the dragon keys you need to build. So bear me a moment. See, there's a lot of things on here that you can build. 16, 15, we need to build one of those. There we go. Emissary. Now, some of these take an hour, as you can see. Some mostly take a minute. Actually, they all take a minute, really, except that one, I would think. Now, you build these keys, and you can carry all 4 of them. However, they do have their downsides. Health is greatly reduced on this one. Shields are dropped, or you've got lower shields on this one. Speed and damage. So this one's the damage, and this one is the speed. So basically, when you have any of these equipped, they all provide you a negative effect. However, when you are at the derelict, there is what they call a vault. The vault itself is basically a locked room. Okay. As I was saying, basically, there is a locked room, and you need those dragon keys to unlock that room. Now, it used to be where you could only carry one, but now you can carry 4. So if you carry all 4, you will have all 4 effects: the lower shields, lower health, lower speed, lower damage. All of these active, so you need to think about it when you do so. However, you can only go to this location with the assassinate key or defense key, basically one of the Orokin derelict keys, what you need to make a build as well. And it's not a normal mission where you just click on it and it will automatically apply other players. You actually have to make your own group. Now, what else am I thinking? Brain. Okay, the relics that you need to crack to get the void trace to make the dragon keys, you will get from here. Or should I say, you will crack them here. But any mission you go in, you will tend to be able to get yourself a relic. At some point, it's usually 5 to 10 minutes, or it could be up to 20 minutes, depending on the games you go. Now, generally, a good place to go would be Sedna and Hydron. It's really good for making levels on weapons and warframes. You've also got Uranus Ophelia, which is good for survival. You will gain some relics there, but also when you're about an hour in, there's a mod that drops. I forgot what it's called, but it's worth about 90 platinum. So if you're in about an hour, I think it's Berserker or something along that lines. Anyway, if you're in about an hour and you get a yellow mod, then check it out, because it could be of real good use to you. And if not, you might be able to sell and get yourself some platinum. If you're looking at making yourself some platinum and you want to trade, then try this location. Hold on. Warframe.market. It's simple, nothing else. Basically, put that in on your browser and it will bring up a web page. Now, you don't have to register. There's no requirements to do so. However, I did, but I only use my email address instead of linking my Steam and everything else together, because it gets annoying. And I like to keep some things personal. So, once you're registered or not, you can look for the item you want in their search box. So you basically search the name of the thing that you want to buy or you want to sell. And it will tell you what its current sale price is going for. And it usually says like 20 platinum and then 23, 24, 25. So basically you can sort of get yourself an average. So I would probably go around about middle of the first couple of numbers, because it's all player based. So if a player puts it at 500 platinum and no one else is selling it, that item is now worth 500 platinum. But if somebody then decides, oh, do you know what, I'm going to sell mine for 400 platinum, they can put their item on at 400 platinum. All of a sudden, the item's worth between 400 and 500. There you go. Anyway, you can copy the link that is provided on the page for each of the players that are buying or selling, and you can contact them directly without having to actually register. So that is something I would recommend you taking a look at. And that is my personal opinion. You don't have to use that website whatsoever. I'm just saying it's one that most people use and it's the easiest. Okay, so we've now covered the derelict, we've covered the dojo. One of the main things in regards to the dojo, there is a lot of stuff in there that you really need to buy. So you've got your warframes, you've got your weapons, you've got your parts and plugins and various other random stuff that you really want to get your hands on. Okay, so if you are in need of credits, get yourself to Neptune and go to the index. Now, until you know how to play it, start off on the first one. If you're going with experienced players, go for the second or the third. Okay, when you play this, you would need to put in, as it says, invest 30, 40 or 50. If you win, you get that back plus the extra. So in this case, invest 30, you get 75k profit, so that's 105 credits, 105k credits returned. However, only 75 is that of your profit. In this case, Invest 40, you get 135 as profit. This one, invest 50, you get 200k profit. These are all based on you actually winning. However, this is a bit of information that everybody needs to know. If you complete your first round, and you will automatically get this. Doesn't matter if you lose the next round, you will still get your winnings from the first round. So, no matter what happens, start the second round, because if you win that, then the bottom part, the 105k here, the 175 here, and the 250 here, will be 100% profit, because you do not have to invest again. You only invest for the first game. After that, everything else is the bottom amount, and it's unlimited profit. My recommendation, 2 or 3 games maximum. Maybe 4 if you just want to go for the extra hardness, alright? And then come out and start it again. And the reason for that is you basically, as you complete each game level, you're actually leveling up the enemies. And the higher they get, the more difficult it gets. So what's the point of putting the hassle on yourself when you can come out, start it afresh with low level enemies and make yourself more credits? Much more efficient, don't you think? Okay, so that's the credits done. That is the derelict, and that is the dojo. Each of your map locations, I may have mentioned it before, I forgot, so I'm going to say it again anyway. When you open up your star chart and you've got your blue icons for each one of the locations, you have to complete it to open it up. Now, one thing I know I missed would be the actual junctions. If you have any suggestions with the junctions, or cancel it off, there we go. If you are doing the junctions, each one of them has a set list of conditions, as you can see at the left side, which is kind of awkward to see actually, but you will most likely cover most of these while doing this. Alright, once you do that, you're basically in a 1v1, so it's you versus an NPC version of a Warframe. Now, to be honest, you will generally, if it hasn't changed, you will start with Mag, Bolt, or Excalibur. My advice would be start with Excalibur, and the reason for it is got a radial slash, his 4th ability, and it is basically OP as hell. Okay, bear with me a second, and what I will do is I'll put my Excalibur on, and I will show you what I mean. And to be honest, I don't even think I put him on. Okay, we'll just equip him here. There we go, that is my Excalibur. Now, normally you would see people putting formers on and things, which I'll go through a bit later on, but there's no real point. Okay, his 4th ability, Exalt Blade. Basically, it shoots out a line of energy, as you can see there, which basically kills the crap out of the enemies. So, when you're doing your your junction, yes, sorry about that. When you're doing the junction, one of his other abilities is Radial Blind, or basically it's a flash of light. There we go. And what happens is it blinds your enemies for a few seconds. Now, my advice would be activate this ability and then chop the crap out of them with that ability. Alright? If you have got your energy pads, just throw a few of those down, recharge your energy, and repeat the process. It's how I cleared most of my junctions. They are that easy. However, if you get stuck, you can always ask people for other advice, and if you don't have Excalibur, it's easy enough to get. So don't worry about it. Everyone in the game is generally willing to help. Don't get me wrong, like most games, you will find the odd person that is a bit of an annoyance. However, you will also find there's a lot more players that are willing to help you and support you than not. Okay, let's see. I'm just picking a random, but to be honest, because I'm picking, I'm kind of, should I or shouldn't I type thing. Alright, I haven't used Wisp in a while, so I'll put Wisp on. Okay, so basically I've used, or I've advised you about making your foundry. You've got to build it through your quest, and you can get plugins for it generally at most dojos, as long as they have got them in there and done the research. In regards to the Warframe ship, you have your actual area for construction. So this will be for pets. You know, when you actually build them, create them, you can do it at random or not. It's worth looking into that. In regards to mods, we'll cover this as well quite quickly, actually. Okay, so we'll start off at the beginning. When you first start playing Warframe, you will get mods. They will be brown more often than not, and they will have pictures that have got cracks in them. These are called broken mods. Get rid of them as soon as you can, because they're pointless. They're only there as a temporary measure. Okay, we've got Vitality here, which is at maximum, and you can tell it's maximum because of the blue lights at the bottom are full, instead of it being black, empty like on this one. Alright. Maximum health is 440. If you are using a broken mod, that health would not be 440. It would be something like 220. So, as soon as you can, replace the broken ones with standard versions. It will help you a lot. So, the brown ones that you come in after what aren't broken images, they're called common mods. Then you have the next one, which would be uncommon. These are your blue ones. Okay, however, in another set of blue ones, you also have what they call aura mods. And as you can see in the top, they have this little triangle with a circle. This basically means that they go on your Warframes now. When you have one, don't matter which it is, max it out. Okay, so if you've got a shotgun amp, have at least one maxed out. You will never need another one. The idea of these, when you put them on the Warframes or the weapons or whatever, well, on the Warframes, they don't go on weapons. But when you put them on the Warframes, what happens is whatever number they have in the top right corner, that gets doubled, and that's the amount of points that get added to your Warframe, which you can use. And I'll explain that a bit later. Okay, next mod would be the rare mods, and these are the yellow ones. Okay, now some of these can be worth quite a lot of platinum, and then some aren't. It's that simple. And it's all down to whatever the market is. So check out warframe.market if you're looking for a decent pricing information. Okay, next you would have is the legendary mods, which are the white ones. Now these are basically an upgraded of the standard version. So you will have something with Prime Flow has 100 energy, which adds 100 energy to your actual Warframe. The primed version, as you can see, will provide 250, and that's not even maxed out. That's basically for all the mods. Most of the mods that you will find, these ones are the rare mods. You will probably find a prime version of it somewhere. As well as the uncommon as well. These are actually Umbra mods. Yeah. Umbra and Umbra. These three are Umbra. The only three Umbras there is, actually. And then there's Sacrificial Steel and Sacrificial Pressure. I think they might be classed. Yeah, they are. They're Umbra as well. So there's 5 Umbra mods now. I didn't actually notice, to be honest. Okay, so basically, Umbra mods are something you will find out eventually. It's no point going too far into that. Next mod is called a Ribbon. These are the purple ones, and what these basically do is one mod with multiple effects. As you can see, magazine capacity plus ammo. On this one, critical damage plus melee damage. On this one, melee damage plus melee combo efficiency, which is kind of pointless in that one. Okay, let's see. On this one, crit chance, crit damage, projectile speed minus status chance. If it's a crit weapon, that's brilliant. Okay, on this one, plus damage to infested, plus crit chance, plus reload speed. Another good one. Okay, as you can tell, each one of these has multiple effects, and you can change these effects by going up here to the format. Now, you do need to have some Kuba to do this, but basically what you're doing is, look, we've got a combo stats here. It's combo duration, damage to corpus, and crit damage. So it's 70, 49, and whatever. Okay, so we'll cycle it again. And what it does is it changes. So you got combo duration, melee damage, status chance, minus attack speed. This one is still better because it's got the crit damage, so we'll keep that. Okay, cycle again. As you can see, it's gone from 900 to 1000 on the Kuba. Crit chance. Oh yes, heavy attack. We'll keep that one. So that is a better. It's a crit chance, and it's crit chance is 25, and trust me, I can pimp that out big time. I generally wouldn't use this weapon anyway, but it's there. This weapon's also got a toxin on there, so if I put something else on there, like, let's see, electricity, that'll give me a corrosive buff. If I put cold on, it'll give me a viral, and if I put heat on there, that will give me a gas. So, as you can see, some of these weapons already have these perks, and some of the mods will have them as well. So I will keep that one. Okay, so now we've covered the Riven mods. Oh, these are usually got actually through the sortie, or you can buy them from Cephalon, but they are for specific things from Cephalon, so take a look at them. Okay, these are amalgamated mods, and what they basically mean is it will take one mod, for in this case barrel diffusion, it will lower its stat and give you an additional stat. So it's similar to an arcane, except from you can only get them from certain mission types, and what they come out with is random, and you can't change them. In regards to, you can't do a roll like we did for the Riven or anything along that lines. So whatever they get is what they've got, and you either use it or you don't. It's up to you. But the idea is basically it will provide you. I know that the barrel diffusion gives you 120% multi-shot. That's the only thing it gives you. However, the barrel diffusion gives you 110% multi-shot plus a 60 dodge speed. So that will help you out if you need it or if you want to use it. These are something that is new, and it's in regards to the Lich, which is basically your personal stalker. When you activate the sequence for the Lich, you basically have to use a code to actually kill the bugger, which could be a combination of any three of these Lich mods, and there may be some more, I'm not too sure. These are the only ones I have at the moment. But the basic idea is you activate it, you can either kill the Lich or you can get him to be on your side for a while. It's up to you. Anyway, that is something you really need to look into a proper video for. So let's see, we've covered the events where you can buy items from the Warframe market for a few credits. You also know about the cipher keys. You also know now about the mods, the derelict. The foundry is where you will build all items that need to be built. So make sure you actually build them, okay? Because to be honest, it will be a pain if you don't. Or if you have a former blueprints, always have one on the build. They take 24 hours, and you will kick yourself when you've got a lot of former blueprints, but you've got no former made because you couldn't be bothered. Okay, relics, you will get them from all the game modes like I told you, but when you want to open them, you need to come to Void Fissures. However, you can also go to recruiting and join a group. So here we go, looking for Neo F9 relic. Brad share. What that basically means is they will maximize the rank of the relic, they'll level it up, and then they want 3 other people to actually do the same thing, and then all 4 of you will be in the single game, which it generally increases the chance that you will get the main thing, the top prize of that relic. Now I will give you a quick show of this. First we'll get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so these are your relics. While you complete missions what has relics been unlocked in, you will get so the fishers, you will get what we call Void Trace, and that's this here. Alright, now my maximum at the moment is 1,400. However, as you increase your master rank level, you also increase the amount of Void Trace you can store. So it's up to you. The higher level you get, the more you can store. There you go. Alright, so what you're basically doing is you get a relic, and the new ones are the Requiem relics, just for those that don't know, because these are what provide you these extra cards. But like I said, look into those and you'll get to learn more about them. Okay, so we've got an Axis LA3 relic. We've got the really low level prizes, but these might be items you need. So if that's the case, don't bother leveling it up. If you want any of these above that, then what you need to do is you need to increase its level. And as you can see, look at these bars. It increases the amount of chance you will have to get the item. So at the moment, if you look at the bar there, it says my chance of getting any item is the biggest for the bronze. So these, okay. If I go to the next level, the bronze shrinks, the silver enlarges, and so does the gold. Only by a bit though, not much, but enough to make a difference. So it increases my chance to get one of the silver too, one of these two silvers, or the gold. Go third level, again, the bronze shrinks, the silver increases, and so does the gold. And then on the final level, which basically gives you the biggest chance to get the top reward, a better chance to get a silver reward, and a lower chance to get a bronze reward. However, it's all down to you how you do it. But when you do, as you can see in the top right of the little box, it says how much Void Trace you need to have. So at the moment, I've got 56 Void Trace, so I would only be able to level it up to Flawless. However, when people are asking for Rad Share, they basically say it needs to be maxed out. So the more games you enter with relics to be opened, the more you will get Void Trace. However, it also depends on how much you can store. Now, you can enter these without having a relic to unlock if you want. You can do it as a random. However, if you really want to play them, put on a relic. Even if you haven't got it leveled up, just put one on, because whatever you get, if you make it a set, that's a set that you can either keep for yourself or you can sell for platinum. It is a game currency earner, okay? And bear in mind, when you're in a game with three other players. So even if your relic is really, really crap, one of theirs might give you a good. They might be lucky, even if they haven't leveled it up. They might be lucky and get the gold prize on theirs, which you might like, and you get to choose to take that as well. Up to you, as long as you do it. Okay, so let's see what we covered. We covered the relics. We covered the derelict, the dojo. Remember to buy everything from there, warframes, weapons, so on. And don't forget, when you're leveling up a warframe, as soon as it hits level 30, you will not get any further experience for it or affinity, as it is stated in this game. However, when you are actually wanting to make more room on this, so we'll go configure this. Okay, so as you can see, it's got a 60 there. That's how many points space this has. That's because I put a reactor on it. Normally I wouldn't put it on, but unfortunately there's not a prime version of Wisp, which is the name of the warframe. But if there was a prime version, I would have leveled this up, not put a reactor on it, replaced it with a prime version, and then put the reactor on that. Because the reactors cost 20 odd platinum each, and it's actually better for you if you level up the normal warframe and then delete that and replace it with the prime. However, I would only suggest doing that once you have the prime built in your foundry ready to claim, so that way you will always have one space holder. So instead of taking two spaces for a Wisp and a Wisp Prime, even though there's not a Wisp Prime, I'm just stating that out. If there was, it would be like you had a Wisp and a Wisp Prime, that's two warframe slots. However, if you leveled up the normal Wisp, like I've done, and then replace it with a Wisp Prime, that only takes one slot. which means it leaves you more slots for other Warframes. Now, I will state the facts that there is a lot of Warframes and you will need to buy slots. However, you can actually get Warframe slots via rewards. Now, at the moment, you can get them via the Nightwave missions.
Shall we?
Okay, let's see. Is there one on this one? There we go, one Warframe slot at level 27. So do these and you will get yourself one of these eventually. Or you can buy them for 20 odd plat. Okay, I think it's 20. It might be a bit more. So subject to change on pricing. Okay, formers, like I said, you've got your standard formers, what you use to put on your Warframes, and this will increase the amount of points you get. So I'll give you a quick look at that, so bear with me a second. Okay, so we'll just go back and go back in. There we go, so it looks clear. Alright, so basically you have these Warframe slots. You've got what we call polarities, and you've got a V, a D, a minus, an equals, and a umbra. Okay, they have got their actual names, but to be honest, I don't know anyone that turns around and says Muride slots or anything like that. It's a VD and so on, because it's a lot flipping easier. Okay, then you've got your aura, which goes up here. Now, basically what an aura slot does, well, as I was stating about the mods, the aura mods, when you max them out, you can put them in. So let's see, this one has a minus polarity, so if you put that on there, that 60 gained 2 lots of the point that were on it. So it had 7 points, so it doubled because the polarity was the same and gave me 14 additional points. However, if the polarity was not the same, so we'll put a V on there, we'll take a hit, it'll still give you an increase, but as you can see, only by 5. If you put the same polarity on at low level, you only get double of what that level is, so it's just 4. So my advice, literally level any one of them up. So if you have a Deadeye, or if you got 10 Deadeyes, level 1 up to maximum. You don't need the other 9. You can sell them, you can give them away, you can convert them into credits or endo using your mod station. And that's over here. So basically do that on any mod. And you can basically, I'm not going to click that because it's annoying. Okay, we'll do it here. Okay, so where I've got to unclick that. I'm wasting time. I'm trying to get this done as quick as I possibly can for you. Okay, so when you click a normal mod, you have the option to convert it into credits or endo. What we'll do is I'll switch this over to on before I do that and get it lost, get rid of that. Okay, we'll switch it over to duplicates. So the ones I've got the most of pop up at the front of my list. So in this case, it's I'm gonna use Pistol Gambit. Okay, so I'm gonna put, say, 50. All right, and trust me, if you add all these up, it will make a lot, and you will pick a lot of mods up at random just playing the game. So don't worry about having to find them. You will get them, trust me. Okay, so once you've chosen the amount of the mods you want, you can either convert them into credits or endo. Endo is needed for leveling up the mods in the first place, and also credits are as well. However, I'm in more need of credits than I am endo. As you can see, top of here, I've got 82k endo. So I'm not doing too bad. However, credits I need more of, so I'll sell those 50 mods, and now I've got 10k additional credits. It's that simple. So you can level up your mods by using the fusion thing. Basically, you click this, and as long as you've got the endo and the credits, you can level up the mod to whatever. If you've got legendary core, no matter what level the mod is, or rarity, so if it has 10 spots to level up, then literally it will allow you to do that. Okay, so we'll go on here, something with a lot. Okay, we'll look at this one. So pop it up here. Right. This would cost me 300, and actually no, a better one would be a legendary because they actually cost more. They're ridiculous price wise. Okay, continuity. Okay, you see all them spots. If I max it out, it'll cost me 1,976,000 credits plus 40k endo. However, if I don't want to pay that and I had a legendary core, I could click that and it would do it for free. It would use up my core, but it would max out that mod absolutely for free, and it wouldn't cost me anything else. That's why I'm actually saving my legendary core for something that I really need to do, and then that way I'm going to make the most use out of it. Okay, another thing, when you get yourself sculptures, or you pick up the Itan stars or Cyan stars, these two, when you get a sculpture, you can click on the sculpture and it will have a button here and it will say auto install, which will basically put these in here. So make sure you collect them, because what you can do is, let me run to the navigation. Okay, when you come up here, where it says Marrow's Bazaar, you can go to Marrow and you can give her Hayatan statues with the stars in them, and she will give you a ton of endo for them. However, if you don't have any statues but you've got thousands of the stars, you can actually give her the stars and she will give you endo for the stars as well. So it's up to you, but it's better with the statue than without. However, you can get the endo in both ways. Also, on a weekly hunt, as it says, she gives you a mission. You can search the whole map. It's good for gathering little bits of supplies, but you go through the whole map, rob everything, every chest, every cache, whatever. You will find a statue on that map, 100% guarantee. That is the point of this particular mission. However, you also have a chance of finding what we call a rare cache, and it's basically a case or a cache. It's like a barrel or a box, okay? And the idea is, when you bust that box or barrel, whatever, it will provide you more than often than not with a credit booster, affinity booster, a drop booster, or various other items, but it's not one, it's usually more than one item. And these can be parts for ships as well. So if you have a ship, let's see, as you can see, that's my ship there, Circling Ceres, okay? If I go to another planet, it'll sort of turn up. No, it won't. Well, Ceres was actually the last planet I was on and did a mission, so it's hanging around there. But that is my ship. Now, if I choose to change that ship to another one, I need to build it. I need the parts, and these caches will drop them. However, the affinity and drop chance boosters and credit boosters will help you a lot more. So it's well worth doing it. Make sure you look everywhere. A good tip to help you find the caches: they actually show up as loot. So when you have yourself a pet, and it could, and a companion, any of them, okay, make sure, let's see, I'll show you the mod now. Animal Instinct Loot Radar. Okay, it will show all the loot boxes and things are on the map within range, and this will help you find them. So make sure you have those equipped. Okay, it is one of the main things. Now I'm using a Prime version, but you know, there is a standard Animal Instinct. Okay, so it's not a case of, oh, I ain't got a Prime, I can't do it. You've got a normal version as well. All right. So make sure you have that on there as soon as you can, because it will help you out a lot. And that's basically it. That covers the A to B's of the Warframe to weapons. And hopefully you have found this of use. I think I covered the clan dojos. If you want to leave, just double check. So you go to communication. You don't go to friends. Get rid of that. Communication, clan, go to your name, go to your name, and then click leave. Okay, that will allow you to leave your clan dojo. Once you join another clan, you will have to build another key. You can still rush it with platinum, but I would recommend not doing so, because at the end of the day, well, you're wasting your plat when you can use it for something pretty decent. Alright, so everything is pretty much covered. New thing on Warframe, it's called the Railjack. There used to be a Railjack, it disappeared, and now it's back and it's been upgraded. So there's a lot of new features in there for you to do. Don't forget to do nightmare missions, daily and weekly ones, and this way you will level up on this. And as you can see here, I got Endo, I got weapon slot, I got a Orokin Catalyst and a Reactor. These cost 20 platinum each, so definitely worth doing it for that. Then I got an Affinity Booster, as well as, you know, Eidolon Omphalia. Basically, it's like a special effect for your Warframe. Then you've got Exless Adapters, which are used to open up on your Warframe. You've got your aura slot, and then there's a little box outside of it. It's usually locked. You need one of these to unlock that. Let's see. Then you've got your formers. There is multiple types of formers. That's your normal former. You will need lots of these, so whenever you get blueprints, make them when you can. A tip for you: if you've got 35 platinum and you have some former blueprints, instead of spending 35 plat on buying the actual former, alright, if you start a build of the former and then you rush it for 10 platinum, it will literally only cost you 30 plat to rush the 3 blueprints. It means that you use the resources and the former blueprint, but you save yourself 5 platinum, which you can use for something else. Okay, this is an aura former, and what it basically does is where you put your aura mod, if you put this formula there, it means instead of it just being a B or a D or a minus polarity, you can put any there. So any mod, don't matter what the polarity is. So I recommend only using these on prime Warframes, because that's where the value will work the most. Okay, also on this, you'll get yourself a Warframe slots. You will also get Sendanas and various other things. This is an Umbra former. The Umbra mods that I sort of get a quick glimpse through earlier on, you need one of these to put on your Warframe. So if you want to make an Umbra modded Warframe, you can only former for the Umbra using the Umbra mods. A normal former will not have the Umbra insignia, which means you won't be able to lower its cost on the Warframe. However, once you've formed for Umbra, if you actually decide you want to change it to something else, you would have to use a normal format and replace it, which would kind of be a waste. So make sure you're sure before you use them. Okay, I think I've covered pretty much everything I possibly can, maybe once, maybe twice, but hopefully it's everything that you needed to know. And don't forget, my clan, we are recruiting at the moment. Now, that is subject to change, of course. However, if you see this video and you're playing on the PC, look us up, Frosty World. We're on Discord. Oh, should I say, we're on Warframe. Or just look me up and I will be happy to sort you an invitation. You know, as long as you're active, we're happy. As long as you want to help each other out, that's great. If you're a douchebag, then we'll kick your ass out. It's that simple. You know, we're a clan, we will be a big clan that will support each other and other players, even if they're not in our clan. Okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what Warframe's about. Help and support. And kicking ass and blowing shit up. And yeah, mostly blowing shit up. But helping each other is one of the top things on there. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, and do not forget to share, because that will help anybody else that wants to play Warframe. And what I will do is I will drop in the description the link for joining Warframe through my personal link. And that way, if you don't currently play Warframe on the PC and you decide to play Warframe on the PC, if you click that link, you will get yourself a couple of boosters that will help you in your leveling for the first couple of days. I mean, at least it'll give you a week's booster, and trust me, if you work hard on it, you will make the most out of that. On top of that, it helps me just a little bit. So, until next time, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it supported you, and I really do hope you liked it. So, see you later.